Hey there everyone. It's day 8 of cycling on the Red Sea 750 XXL in white, as you see. Last time I got with you guys, the T5s were hung. Right now the two actinics are currently on. I put the fuse light down there, as you can see, one of the Kessel fuse lights. I did raise it up so that I can show you guys the sumps. People are asking about the sump. So day 8 of cycle. We added 3 bottles of the Fritz Zyme, which probably wasn't enough. Probably needed 5. We are at 0 ammonia, less than 5 nitrite, and 50 to 75 on the test kit in terms of nitrate. So it's coming along on day 8. It's taking a little longer than I expected. Someone did mention 2 weeks, so I guess they're pretty close. So we'll keep testing every day and get the nitrates down, hopefully, and we'll start to stock it. A few things we're still working on. The return nozzle, as I said in another video, just a single output with the Varios 8 is blowing the sand around, as you can see. So I'm looking to switch that to a dual output. And also you can see in the top of the glass, the Varios 8 is on 3. Right in this area you can see some salt splash, and I've got the nozzle as low as it can go. So definitely want to do something about that. So that's something that needs to be addressed. I wanted to make note of one quick thing: the overflow itself and the return. On my tank, at least, with the Varios 8, was very picky. It took me a week to dial it in, and I had to place the plastic overflow cup. This, I don't know if you can see it back there, probably not with the lights on. This is your drain line back here. There's a plastic cup, acrylic cup, that sits on top of your pipe itself. You probably can't see it with the lights. In the middle is your emergency drain, and on the far left is your return. And so it really took me over a week of messing with the diaphragm valve, the position of that cup, and the speed of the pump to get it next to silent. It took, wow, it was a lot of work. For some reason I just could not get it silent. What helped me is I raised this cup back here counterclockwise just a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. For me, the quietest I've been able to get the return, I had to raise the water level to basically slightly overflowing the emergency drain. I know you can't see it, but it is back there. It is basically overflowing very slightly the emergency drain there in the middle. The plastic cup I'm talking about is on the right. That goes over your drain line. By the way, don't just tap it down on there too hard. Just gently press it on to the overflow pipe when you assemble it. You don't need to torque it down or tap it down with a mallet or anything. Just set it down there, give it a little twist clockwise, and it should be good to go. I had to raise that quite a bit, but finally I'm able to get it pretty quiet. But that's with the Varios 8 on 3. I'd really like it on 4 or 5. So we'll see what happens when I switch to the dual output, return nozzle, and plumb in the reactors. One other thing to watch out for, down here, obviously, that is what you use to dial in your overflow and the height of the water in the display tank. And so I had to mess with that quite a bit. Finally I'm able to get it going how I want it. However, the filter socks, the 750 has 4. Okay, and so what happens in stock formation is water comes into this chamber, overflows it, and flows into your filter socks. Well, if your filter socks are empty, that water crashes down pretty far, and it is quite loud. And so here's a little tip for you guys. 2 things you can do. One, obviously, filter floss. You can see some there. Place it toward the top of the filter sock and that will quiet the crashing. I'm waiting for my big pour sponges currently. I'd rather run those. So I was able to get this thing almost silent, virtually silent, by adding the filter floss to the filter socks. My next thing, I'm waiting for my big pour sponges. I ordered some. I'll cut those perfectly to 4 inches and place them in there, and hopefully that will help with that. A few people were asking about the sump layout in the comments, so let me do my best to show you. I have the fuse light on so you guys can see. I have a few pieces of rock in there cycling. That plate's going to go up in the top display here soon. The refugium section, this removable plate here, I have it in the narrowest section with the Reef Octopus 200 internal elite. It will not fit in the larger section. As you can see here, that would be the largest section, so you'd pick this whole thing up and move it over. It's about, around the skimmer is about 1.5 inches too wide for me to fit it into the largest position. So it's in the narrowest position. Here it is. I'll show you other pieces of rock in there. I was running some carbon on a maxi jet just to clear up the sandstorm. I'll take that out soon, plumb that into the return. The other thing is this overflow is also adjustable. There's 2 kind of wing nuts, plastic wing nuts. This one here on mine actually, for some reason, will not hold. It's almost like it was stripped from the factory. One is holding, and then back here will be your return pump. In that last return section, you also have your top off. And so I've been watching that carefully as well to monitor salinity to see how accurate or how accurately it keeps salinity where I want it, 102.5. I don't think it holds 7.5 gallons. I think it's more like 6.5. So some people were asking about the shot of the fuse and the sump, and that's the best I can do for you guys. A little messy right now. Some of that stuff will be cleaned up. Okay. I did place some filter floss to the right of the drain line. While I was messing with the drain, was blowing a lot of air, so to keep it from vibrating, I placed that in there. You can see the Varios 8 in the back, and it's very tight back there. So there is the sump shot for some of you guys asking about that. I can lower that. We'll fix that later. Okay, so there's a couple of things we're working on. Some of the issues I'm seeing, some things to watch out for, some tips on the overflow. I've seen to get that dialed in. And there it is, day 8, cycling. The actinics in this shot are currently on. The MP40s are maybe at 50%. So we're at about below 100 nitrates, 0 ammonia, and almost 0 nitrite. So the cycle is coming along nicely. Here it is, Red Sea 750 XXL cycling. Hopefully we'll be done soon and be able to add some hardy fish. So there you go, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. And here in a few days, I'll give another update. See where we're at on the cycle. Thank you. Bye-bye.